Hello everyone, my name is Ishaan Jolly and I am a voice actor and Twitch streamer, and today I am going over the best EQ, compression, de-essing, gate, all those settings that I use on my GOXLR for when I am streaming. So I will take you from this sound quality to this sound quality. Far more present, far more boosted, a bit more warm, a bit more silky on the high end, and just a nice touch to make sure that your live streams are perfect. Now the audio is backed to default. Let's get started. Right, okay. First off, go into mic setup. Start speaking. For some reason, whenever going to mic setup, this thing turns down. I don't exactly know why, but there that is. Make sure that whenever you're speaking, make sure that it's in the good level. And when you get loud. Okay, I came close, but it's fine if you're clipping, as long as it's only when you shout. Like, say you lose in a game and you start raging. That's fine, you can clip. But the quiet moments on your stream, and the really loud moments, the moments you really get hyped up, so the loudest moments you get consistently, and the quietest moments that you get consistently should be in between about here-ish and here-ish. And with the most majority, the regular speaking tone should be in the good. That's nice and simple. There we go. Love it. Okay. Right. First off, we can go ahead with the gate. I personally, I'm kind of iffy on gates. I absolutely hate the sound of a very strong noise gate. When you can tell, say I've got a very, very quiet studio, right? So I will just load up something on my phone that makes noise, okay? Let's see, just go on YouTube and type in white noise. Okay, here I've got some TV static running on my phone. So let's turn that up to full volume. Let's turn that up to a volume to say that maybe you've just got, this is the background noise you've got, this is your computer fan, something like that. So say if I turn this up, say the attenuation is at 100%. Let's see if I turn this up to, say, okay, minus 36 decibels. So now you can no longer hear the static in the background, but you can most certainly hear it when I'm speaking. And it's so frustrating for me to hear that it's completely silent, and then as soon as someone starts talking, there's all this background noise. For me, it's kind of easier to listen to. Like, if this is the noise situation you have, get something like maybe get a dynamic microphone or fix whatever's causing the noise instead of using a noise gate. Maybe something like RTX voice could work, but any sort of noise removal will also remove frequencies from your voice, and we're here to get the best quality possible. So, okay, what I do, let me just turn that off, that's annoying. What I do is I set the attenuation to 50% and set the threshold to minus 55 decibels. This is very, very minimal. So it kind of only shuts down and just basically makes the mic super quiet when I'm not speaking. But if there's anything in the background or anything, it doesn't have that harsh sort of like cutoff thing that you were getting just now. That like I absolutely hate the sound of. Okay, that's simple. That's a noise gate. Great. Now, let's skip equalization. Let's do compression first, because it's way easier to hear equalization after compression. Because compression, it makes the loudest parts quieter and then boosts up the entire signal, so it's more consistent. For me, if I could only have one effect here, it would be the compressor. Because compression is amazing. So, especially for live streams. For when I record voice acting, I don't use too much compression because it's fine, you can manage all the levels in post. But when you're live streaming, you go from being all whispery to going very loud very quickly. And that happens a lot, at least for me, because I'm very sort of hyped up and energetic on my streams. So, what I like to do is first just go with 50%. I feel like this is a nice starting point. And for me, I've already configured these things. The ratio, the attack, and release was already configured. So what my settings are minus 18 on the threshold, 4:1 on the ratio, 5 milliseconds on the attack, 100 milliseconds on release. and then the makeup gain is set to 8 decibels. I actually like to boost it to about 10 decibels because I mix my streams louder, because my audio is right now, it's hitting around -9 decibels, which is pretty loud. And then when I shout, it gets very close. It's like -1 decibels. It's very close to clipping. But it doesn't clip because it's compressed. So that's really nice, in my opinion. But yeah, my stream is mixed very loud. You don't necessarily need this, but make sure your game audio and everything is then turned down accordingly. There we go. Right. And now EQ. I love EQ. EQ is so fun. I just go with a very simple curve style EQ. I guess I feel like it's called the California Smile, but I don't know where I've heard this, so I might just be making that up. What I like to do is boost by 6. I don't know if this is decibels. It's just a 6. I like to boost by 6 at 63 hertz because that's where the warmth in my voice lies, and I really like that. And then I just make a nice gradual curve down to 4 at 125 hertz. This should be sounding very bassy. That's fine. We will be correcting that with the high end. And then just a 2 at 250 hertz. Now my voice has been thickened. It's got that bass. It's got that power. And now we're just going to add in some clarity to deal and counteract and balance up that bass. So just do the same thing on the other side. In my opinion, this is so satisfying to look at. It's just a smooth, symmetrical curve right in the middle. Here, at 31.5 hertz, if you don't have a low voice like me, do this. It'll cut out a lot of rumble and background noise, but say if you do have a low voice like I do, then that cuts out a bit of the warmth. So I leave it at 0. If you boost it up high, it will boost like the rumbles, like that sort of noise, and this sort of noise, and like say you've got a boiler, or there's cars going outside, that sort of really, really low bass gets boosted, but it doesn't affect the human voice too much. Unless, if you speak really low like this, yeah, now I can hear a big difference when I reach the very, very lower. You can just see how low my Adam apple is right now. You can see, yeah, that boosts it by quite a bit, but that's not too key. I feel like 63 hertz is great for a low voice in boosting that warmth. And this is great. And then, for a de-esser, I personally, with this microphone, I don't like using a de-esser. This, the Neumann TLM 103, I think sounds fine without one. Even with a super high treble boost. Maybe just it's on my voice, maybe it won't be so suitable for your voice, but yeah, what you can do is just make an annoying S sound. Sorry for making this noise, it might annoy you. So then turn that down until it sounds not annoying in your headphones anymore, and then just talk some. For me, this is too much. This makes me feel like I've got a lisp or something. It probably doesn't sound that extreme in the recording, but in my headphones, it's really annoying me. Like, it's really, like, I wouldn't say it's speech jamming me, but like, whenever I say an S word, it makes me want to like say the S is stronger because the S's are being suppressed, and it gives me like a feeling of having a lisp. So me, I would maybe use a 5 on the de-esser, 5% or whatever. But yeah, I think this is good. These are a solid EQ settings. If you want to have someplace to start, just copy these settings exactly and then tweak them. Just mess around. Make sure you can hear yourself. I know some people don't like listening to themselves. I personally love it. I'm possibly a bit narcissistic in that way. That I like watching back my videos, I like listening to myself, etc. Whatever. But yeah, I can't live without it. If I say I mute my headphone. See, my headphones are muted. You can still hear me, but my headphones are muted. I hate this. Like, it feels so much nicer to be able to hear my own voice back through the microphone with all these effects, especially. It just, I don't know, it's way nicer, and it just makes it so that you can know exactly how you're saying it and exactly how it's sounding through the microphone and all through all these effects. So yeah, just go through, make sure put these up, put these down, see what are the good frequencies, what are the bad frequencies. Say if I boost this up, it'll make the mids very strong, and if I cut this out, it makes it very, very unclear. This is a cool sound, but it's very, very unclear. And then you can do it here. This is a very sort of mid sound and this, etc. Right, just go through, see what the nice frequency is. But I think this is simple. This is a nice, simple EQ curve that is great for live streaming. For voice acting, sometimes if I'm not in the mood for doing tons of editing, I keep this exact same preset and then just go through in Adobe Audition and then just, let me see if I can show you. This is the recording for this, for the video, but I will go through, add an effect. I can't do that while recording, but I go to Effects, Filter and EQ, Parametric Equalizer, set a low-pass filter at 100 Hz, and then set that to 6 decibels per octave. But yeah, we're not doing voice acting here, we're doing live streaming and broadcast stuff. So, these are great EQ, compression, de-essing, noise gate settings you can start out with. This may be different for you because I have a very, very high quality microphone. I have the Neumann TLM 103, and this microphone sounds brilliant. Let me just try this out with a cheap microphone. This microphone here, the MXL Genesis FET. I don't even know if it's sold anymore. I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, but I got this for £100 used. So, in my world, that's cheap because I just bought this for £767. But let's go. There we go. Okay, this is the same EQ compression settings on a cheaper microphone. I feel like this sounds, it's a bit harsher, especially on the S's. For this microphone in particular, I may turn down the 16 kHz and then apply a stronger de-esser to counteract for that. But see, like this £100 mic sounds basically, I wouldn't say it sounds the same. This is far less warm. It's far more sibilant. But hey, with EQ, compression, de-essing, you can really make up the difference. I'm a voice actor. That's why I have this really expensive microphone. Something like this. This is discontinued. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. I haven't really checked. I got it used on Cash Converters, that website, for like £100. So I just bought it because it looked pretty cool. Like, it's red and gold. That's cool, right? But honestly, something like what? An 80-20-20, an Audio-Technica 80-20-20, Rode pod mic. These sorts of mics are quite affordable, but should provide a good enough signal that you can just mess around with the EQ, compression, and de-essing to your heart's content and make it sound the way that you like. Okay, back to the expensive microphone now. Okay, now we're back on the expensive microphone. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed and this helped you out when setting up your GOXLR. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to drop into my Twitch live stream. I stream around 8 PM almost every day over at twitch.tv/jollylegend. And that's UK time, 8 PM UK time. Thank you so much for watching. See you all later, and goodbye.